Just what is it about YNAB that's made this singular app stick for me for over 7 years? Let's find out. For real, I actually can't think of many things I've stuck with for 7 years, especially not apps. Messages? Like the call feature? Honestly, I hardly use that one anymore, so. But when something clicks with you, it clicks. So I sat down, I whipped out a piece of paper and wrote down just immediately what comes to mind when I think of why YNAB stuck for me. And in no particular order, let's go. Number 1, with YNAB, I get to build my spending plan around me, not my money. YNAB was the first financial app or method I used that not only didn't tell me how I should be spending my money, but encouraged me to build in those ridiculous or random things no one else would that make me, me. It gave me guidelines to build a healthy spending plan, yes, of course, groceries, utilities, car repairs, and it's really great at that, but I knew I could easily change the categories or the dollar amounts to whatever I wanted them to be, or whatever I needed them to be at the time. Like, my brother doesn't have a makeup category in his budget, but I do. My neighbor would never pay to send their dog off to doggy daycare purely for socialization reasons, but I do. And I recently found out that, like, a ton of other people have a category for a thing called books. What are those? Are those for fun? I do not do that. Blah. Listen, every dollar I have, I've worked hard for. Or at least had a birthday for, okay? Shouldn't it be up to me if I actually follow the 30% rule when deciding which apartment to get? Or could I possibly build a spending plan around having that one bougie year in that high-rise apartment in the heart of the city? Because spoiler alert, I kinda did that, except make it a 2-level townhome in the heart of the suburbs in my preferred corner of town, with a garage. But it was dope. It was. Most financial gurus would have told me, you are spending way too much on rent. Where's your 50-30-20 rule? But guess what, y'all? I spent the pandemic in my dream rental and it was worth every freaking penny. Even if it meant I had to trim down my spending in some other areas of life to make it happen. And I did, and it was sick. And even with those things where I know I'm not really able to put my time or money toward it right now, but I want it one day, I can still throw those things in YNAB to 1, keep it on my radar, and 2, get a really good grasp on how long it would take me to be able to set aside enough money for that thing. Number 2, with YNAB, I can get all the expenses I don't want to worry about out of my mind. Utilities? Suck. Car insurance? Sucks. Paying for a software that makes doing my taxes actually feel like it's in English to me? Sucks. But also, doing it yourself? Sucks. I don't want to think about these things or how much they're gonna cost me. That's why I just set targets for them so YNAB can crunch all the numbers and do all the math and make sure I have exactly what I need for them when it comes time to pay for them. Now paying my outrageously expensive car insurance bill every 6 months doesn't feel like it totally knocks me out. I just have every penny I need ready and waiting to pay the bill. It's for real like magic. Like, when did that even get there? Did I do that? Huh. Wow, okay. Number 3, with YNAB, I haven't worried a single moment about whether I have enough money in a savings account. Your whole life you hear, save, save, save. But like, what? How much? Like 2,000 or like 50,000? What's the rule? Nobody tells you. Turns out though, there is no rule, because now I make space for the specifics. I save for trips, I save for car emergencies, I save for home emergencies, and I can even save for those big future expenses that are way off, like a plot of land to build on or a new car. Even if it's just a little each month, I'm giving each potential expense I might run into a name and setting aside dollars just for that. Say goodbye to 1 security blanket, I have like 29 security blankets, and they're all getting a little bit bigger each month. And here's the catch. When life happens and the car poops out entirely, but I only have $1,000 set aside so far for a new car, it's not like I can't just shuffle my different savings categories around however I need. I do it all the time. It's called adjusting for your priorities. I will be so glad that I was also saving up for a new computer and future home repairs, because all of a sudden, getting that new car is priority number 1, and I can just reallocate some of what I was saving for those things to the new car instead. There are no rules. Number 4, with YNAB, I know exactly how far my money will take me. Literally. Before, $10,000 just meant $10,000. Now I know that $10,000 can get me from March 18th 15th to May 21st, bam. But here's the catch, that's not just the bare bones emergency plan that covers the mortgage and the food and puts gas in the car. That's the plan that includes eating out with friends and buying a few new board games and being able to take that trip down to Georgia to see your family in 6 months. Yeah, forget living paycheck to paycheck. I just allocated my most recent paycheck to the expenses that I won't be paying for 2-3 whole months from now. There are no more question marks surrounding that "what if I lost my job today" question. I can literally see how far I can make it without having to change a single aspect of my life in the meantime. Now, if I did lose my job, would I adjust this plan? Probably, yeah. I'd probably trim down a little bit on those non-necessities. All of a sudden, eating out wouldn't seem as appealing anymore. We might put a hold on doggy daycare, and I'd probably stop putting any money toward home improvement because what's the point of that when you don't have a job? Those things just wouldn't feel as important anymore, so I would adjust the plan for the season. Instead, I'd take those dollars and build them even further into the future. I'm making myself a new spending plan that might include a little less fun in the meantime, but includes way more security and time for me to find that new job, which is my new top priority, not drive-through coffee. Number 5, with YNAB, I can spend more or adjust the plan whenever I need and it won't throw my entire plan off. Listen, a perfectly linear and routine life would be pretty boring, which is convenient because turns out life loves to throw us curveballs. And I don't just mean the negative grown-up kind of curveballs like a tree falling on your roof. Sorry about that, by the way. I mean the happy YOLO kind of curveballs too. We should be able to take those once-in-a-lifetime opportunities when we find out there's still a few backstage passes to see our favorite artist in town tomorrow night. Or be able to shift some money around the week before the solar eclipse when we decide, yeah, we're gonna make a family road trip out of it. YNAB gives me all the tools and confidence I need to grasp the opportunity, shift my money around until that dream becomes a reality, and I can even come out of it without feeling that old reckless spending guilt over it, or like I'm compromising my financial security. And that's also one of the coolest parts. I get to decide what the trade-offs are. I just say this month or for the next few months, I'll take a little bit less of this and this and this so I can have this once-in-a-lifetime thing right now. It's totally worth the trade-off. No one else is telling me what to do. It's me who's in the driver's seat. And turns out I can make a lot of things work when I'm really passionate about making something happen. And lastly, and I almost can't believe this came to my mind last, YNAB makes communicating with my partner about money so easy. Before getting married, I was single with a decent salary and a definite spender. Then I married a saver who hardly ever spent a dime. Now this can be a disaster, so many money fights, but YNAB gave us the tools and the language to be able to make financial decisions together so much smoother. So much more smoothly. First of all, we designed our spending plan together in YNAB, which already surfaced so many financial conversations we might not have talked about otherwise. Like, does a new car to you mean a $2,000 used car lot find? Or like a $30,000 2024 model? It could be either, but we need to make that choice to inform how much we're gonna set aside each month to be able to buy that new car one day. And are we gonna be that couple that wants $300 to spend on eating out each month? Because that's cool. Or are we thinking more like 75? Because I could do that too. Which kind of leads me to my second point. YNAB became this middleman for us, so we weren't having to be mad or nitpicky with each other when one of us didn't want to spend or maybe save money the way the other one wanted to. So when I say, I'm craving Chick-fil-A, can we go? It's YNAB who's giving us the yay, the nay, or the option to decide together how we're gonna shuffle money around in order to make it happen. No more good cop, bad cop. And for you other one's a saver, one's a spender couples out there, we both gave ourselves a fun money category that we fill up each month with a predetermined dollar amount that we're allowed to spend however we want, no questions asked. And you guys, my saver husband finally feels the freedom to buy himself little gifts throughout the month without worrying if it's a waste of money or if it's taking away from our savings. It gives him the permission he needs to spend on what he loves. And on the flip side, I know I can buy that boba tea on a whim or a $200 forever coat without stressing him out. If you married a saver, you know what I'm talking about. It's just easy now. Money is easy. And that's why I could never drop YNAB. I just couldn't do it. When one app has saved you this much time and stress and energy, it is just a no-brainer. I love the way we spend our money, which is not something I ever thought I would confidently be able to say. It's kind of a weird thing, but it's like an amazing thing. So if you are looking for the freedom to spend in a way that makes you happy and save in a way that actually gets a solid plan under your feet, I have a hunch YNAB might just be your perfect fit. Thanks for watching. The moment of truth. I cannot move my neck lest I mess up my hair. Try not to be too much. Not too much, but a little bit. Okay, 2 more times. And I swear I'll be done. Editing Hannah's gonna hate me. But guess what, y'all? I spent the pandemic in my 2-home bottle. What? I dang lived a whole pandemic in there. Which brings me to my next point. Oh, with number 4. Okay. I was definitely gonna wear a vest with this. Kind of boring that I didn't do anything with my hair. Oh well. She got it. Okay. We should, I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna take a break. It is me who's in the driver's seat. It is I. Welcome to my driver's seat. YNAB makes communicating with my partner about money so easy. So easy. It's the easiest thing.